Allow me to share this World Vision Japan. My name is Iwama. Thank you for having me. World Vision Japan, since the Syrian crisis, Jordan, the northern part, who received those accepted recent children, targeting Jordanian and Syrian child refugees. We've been extending support to education from 2014 for about 7 years. As a backdrop, since the Syrian crisis in Jordan, Syrian child refugees' education access needed to be ensured. More than 200 public schools, Jordanians in the AM, Syrians in the afternoons. Two-shift system was introduced. At those two-shift systems, the learning hours have been shortened, and the number of students per classroom is big for them to be exposed to the teachers, getting support both in academic studies and non-academic studies was not sufficient. So there has been the declining in the quality. There was also drop-off, and child labor those are also major issues. In our programs, in addition to educational support, other activities, classroom activities, recreational activities, excursion, cultural festivals, such events were so-called tokkatsu in Japan. We incorporated them, so enhancement of life skills, resilience, evaluation of the coping capabilities between Syrians and Jordanians, between different those nationalities, mitigation of discrimination, and the enhancement of the social cohesion. 2019 as the implementation system. Since 2019, the experts under the emergency, Professor Komatsutaro of Sophia University had joined us as an expert, formulation of the projects and monitoring and evaluation. We have been receiving his kind support. At Edgeboard Nippon, in FY 2020, as a support project, it was adopted. Unfortunately, in the last fiscal year and this fiscal year, because of the COVID-19, Jordanian schools in 2020, March 2020, the school was closed. So what we initially wanted to do as activities, classroom activities were not available. Because of that, instead of classroom activities, something that they can do at home, home-based activities were adopted. Concerning the recreational activities, what we were planning to do, games, sports, instead of such things and making things, recreation that people can do at home, we also made a video, something that can do they as exercise. So this is the bowling. It is enjoyed by such siblings. You can find these things at home, even when the school is closed, so that they can feel the network with other pupils. While the school, the children doing something, and then the parents took the photos, videos, and that was shared on the SNS. While remotely, the children could appreciate what other kids were doing to have good communication. Next, about instead of those homeroom activities, this is about little helpers at home. So to parents and guardians, through these activities, to promote the agency of children so that parents can take care of children, encourage them to have the positive attitude while it was still at home. Effectively, their motivation was enhanced to folding the clothes and wiping the table clean. Those were the things that helpers did. Number 3, by collaborating with the local community and the police, using the morning session, we were planning to have those sessions on safety, but instead we did this online safety information sessions in Jordan while the school was closed. Online education was offered, and schools were more exposed to the internet. So from the parents about online safety, there was a strong request to hold safety information sessions. So on the online safety, and also hygiene management under the COVID and stress care. We held several sessions. In this fiscal year, as activities for enlightenment in Japan, based on this context, for Japan's youth, we would like them to be interested in the refugee issue and deepen our understandings. Idea, compassion, is sketch for the future, 2021. And the two-shift system, Jordanian children, the shortening of school hours, and they don't have really the opportunities to interaction. So there was just bullying and the stress, and so the Syrian refugees and the accepting communities, the Jordanian children, they're exposed to several issues. So reflecting that, everybody can feel safe of safety to go to school.
So the children who grew up in different environments, being able to understand each other, was becoming the issue theme. At the end, ideas from over 111 youths were gathered, and in the online finals that was competed, total 143 participants joined. At the event, nine presentations from 9 teams were shared, and the teams reflected their experiences in school, and the youths have come up with the ideas from within their own. And I thought it was a very good presentation. At the end, we wrote a way forward message. At this idea competition, the Grand Prix Syrian and Jordanian children, for them, we are going to implement this treasury hunt activity starting the March of this year. And towards the face-to-face activities that we were not able to conduct due to COVID pandemic, we are negotiating with the Ministry of Education so that we will be able to implement this activity. That is all of my presentation.